Hey class, I want to go over a quick overview of the MAST1120. This is for spring 2021. I'm Miss Waycaster. I'll be your instructor this term. If there is any questions that you have, you can of course email me anytime. I am an adjunct instructor, so the best way to communicate with me is through email. First thing I want to go through is announcements. Announcements is any email that I send to the entire class. It also goes in announcements. This way it's quick reference back. It also is going to have any information on if we have like an extended due date or any questions on anything that a lot of students are having. I'll make sure to put that in announcements as well as email it to you. The course overview, this is where we're going to find those two no-show assignments we need to do, which is the course introduction and the syllabus agreement. The course introduction, all you're going to do is hit create thread. You'll create a thread, tell me a story about yourself. You just read up here what you're supposed to do. And then you'll create that thread, hit submit, and it will be posted. I do want to let y'all know that the other students will be able to see these. So I just want to let you know, just in case you put anything in there. And then the other thing is the syllabus. You can download the syllabus, you can print it, you can leave it in Blackboard, but you do need to read over the syllabus. It is a 7-page syllabus, and make sure that you understand all of the information in the syllabus. Once you do that, then you're going to go back into course overview. You're going to go to syllabus agreement. You will copy this statement here, and you'll hit write submission. You're going to paste the statement, and then where the line is, you're going to take that line out and write your name and click submit. It is that simple. Those are both due this Thursday at 11 p.m. The next section is my grades. This is where you're going to find your total grades, all of your grades for your assignments, your projects, your exams, your final, your midterm. Everything will go in this section here. This final grade up here should show you a percentage point of what your grade is. If for some reason, let's say that you turned in chapter homework 2 days ago and your grade has not been posted, please email me and let me know. That means that we're having an issue with the interface between the two, and I will go in and troubleshoot that. So that's that. And then email, of course, is to email us. Calendar. The calendar is very handy because I do have the due dates posted on the calendar for each chapter. So like the syllabus agreement, it's due Thursday at 11 p.m. Chapter 1, Introduction to Human Disease. Chapter 2, so forth and so on. So those are all in there. The next section down here is the LTC Collaborate. The Collaborate is what we can use to help you with online tutoring. If you're struggling in a chapter or struggling with a section, if you're struggling finding things and we need to do kind of like a Zoom meeting, I can open a session up and do that one-on-one. I can also do it for a group of students. So please just email me and I'd be more than happy to get that Collaborate going for you if we need to. So that's what that section there is. How this would work is I would create a Collaborate room, and then once I do, I would email you the link, or you can actually click on LTC Collaborate and it should populate here and show you the time and day, and then you can click the link as well. So that's how that works. The textbook link we're going to come back to. Let's go down to assignments. Assignments is all it is a calendar of your due dates, kind of the same thing as calendar, but it's put in one spot where you can see everything at once. So week 1 is what we'll be working on this week. Chapter 1, Intro to Human Diseases. It tells you what assignments are due. It tells you the due date. It is that simple. You can print this. You can leave it here. You can jot it down in a planner. It's whatever you think is great and works for you. So then the next section is going to be the textbook. If you're new to Cengage, I recommend you going into Cengage Help, listening to the student registration. It's very easy. This is how you're going to pay for your ebook as well as the workbook and the software system we use to do all of our assignments in. The other thing I recommend for all students is to do the MindTap system check on your device as well as the pop-up blocker right here. So these two are very important to do before you start using Cengage. Once you've done all that, you can click the hyperlink. This is very important. Remember that you do need to use this link to get into my class. So please don't just go Google Cengage, because if you do, you're not going to be linked up to the right roster. So that's that there. Once you're in, we are in Unit 1, which is the chapters 1 through 4. And what I like to do is I like to just click these down arrows, just click, and I like to expand everything out for Unit 1 or for Chapter 1 so I can see everything and what to do and where to do it. So the first thing, of course, is reading the book. So if you see this little book icon, that lets us know that that's how we get into our actual book. And here's the book here. It is very nice. It's very easy to read. It is nice because there's several different things that you can do. So let me get to a page that might have a good example. I might have to go backwards. Here we go. So diagnosis. So right here, we've got a blue hyperlink. These are our key terms. It tells you what that word means. You can also click right here.
Diagnosis.
Diagnosis. And it says it to you. So that way you can make sure that you understand the pronunciation of the word. As well as another I think is very handy and works very well is you can highlight sections that are important to you. You can also highlight and make a note. You can add a note to that section, whatever that note may be. So when you come back to study for your exam, come back for your midterm, you can say, oh, that's what that meant. That's, I made a note to make sure. This is also handy if after you take the exam, you see something that you struggled with, you can also go back into this book and make a note right here, got wrong on the exam, this is where it says it. The other thing that is nice is there are flashcards that are already created. I'm going to show you how we can create more flashcards. So we just highlight a section, add to flashcard, and then once we do that, we can put whatever key term or whatever we would like to put on the front of the book, or on the front of the flashcard. So I'm just going to XYZ and hit save. So this is what our flashcard looks like. It's XYZ. When we flip it over, it's got the actual description. Each chapter already has flashcards created. Trying to talk too fast, sorry. Each one of the term match is already a flashcard. So it's already created for you. So if you look, we can go through next card, they're all in here. All the term matches for each chapter have already been created as a flashcard. What's nice about this is you can download the mobile app to Cengage, and you can do these flashcards on the go. It makes it very, very nice and easy to study. So I find that very helpful. So once you are done reading the book, reading that chapter, you can click out and you can go ahead and start your required activities. So one of the things is that if you look up here, this says practice. Sorry, I didn't mean to click it. Each one of these are practice. You do not have to actually do these, okay? These are all practice. The only things that are required have an amber dot. It says counts towards grade. So these are the only things you have to do as far as assignments. But I highly recommend that you all do more than that, because this class, first of all, it'll help you with your chapter exams. It'll help you with your midterm, your final, but it also is going to help you in the future in your medical career. Human diseases is something that we see and use and go through every day working in the medical field. So I highly recommend that you get very knowledgeable in this class as much as possible. If you have any questions or you start doing one of these extracurricular activities like memory and you see that you like it better than beat the clock, then just do memory every chapter. Don't do beat the clock, but find out what works for you and helps you learn. And then that way you can do that. Even if it's not counted as a grade, you can do that to help you on the exams and help you in your life later on. So that's it for that. I went on a rampage there. That's it for that. So once you are done with your assignments, you're going to go over to the exam tab in Blackboard, and this is where you're going to complete your exams. Your exams are got a time limit on them. They are forced completion. Once you're in, you can't get it out. If you have any IT issues with this, please let me know, and I can run an audit in Blackboard and see the IT issues, and we can reopen it for you. But other than that, once you're in, you have to submit it. So if it's 60 minutes up here is what the time test is, you need to make sure before you hit begin, you have 60 minutes to take it. The due date is a hard due date, meaning you cannot open this test past that due date. If for some reason you did not take the test before the due date, then you need to email me and we can communicate about that one-on-one. So I think that's it. The only other tab is the project tab. I'm not going to go over that today because that's not due until March 16th. It's a little bit further down the line, so we'll go over that together later. If you have any questions about the introduction or about chapter 1 once you get started, just email me. Thanks. Have a great day.